Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast, Harvey's Weekly Football Report. We're finally back. How are you doing tonight, Harvey?
I'm doing okay.
Feels good to be back. When was the last time we did a game? Like week 3 of college football.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm,
And me and you, well, we was pretty close, and wins and losses, but we pretty much did pretty good. Both of us did. I think you was ahead of me.
But now we're back, and we're back every week. We're gonna do this show every week. We obviously got some big NFL games this week, big NFL games next week, and some big college football games this week and next week as well. We got the Thanksgiving games where you got 3 games, 3 NFL games. So very excited for that, man. It's gonna be a good day of football next Thursday. It's gonna be a good day of good week of football this week as well in the NFL and college.
Well, on Thanksgiving weekend, there's a lot of rivalries, like Miami and what I see, who they are, like Florida State, Florida, and Mississippi State, Mississippi. That's usually their rivalry week.
On
Chucky Bowl.
Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving every Thursday you got Ole Miss, Mississippi State. That's an underrated rivalry right there.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to them, next week, if we can.
We'll definitely be doing it next week.
Yeah.
We're back doing the show every week, man. Um, I was just having computer issues and stuff, but now we're back.
Yeah.
Hopefully the audio's decent, doing this on a phone, but we're back doing it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, let's get ready to pick. Also, let the people know how you're doing in fantasy so far.
I'm not doing too good in fantasy, but yeah, you know why? Because when your bench, you look down at your bench that you got. There's 4 players questionable, and then the 5th player's on injury reserve. Very tough.
hmm
And most of them are starters too.
Yeah, I've won 4 in a row though. My team's red hot in the
I
playoffs
lost 4 in a row.
right. So we've had a completely different season in fantasy. Me and you have.
But that's part of the game, But it's trying to make moves and learn that. Really, it's learning how what owners would do if they run teams. It's like running your own. It's like running our own NFL team, and that's what's so crazy about it. But I like it.
Definitely. You did make the playoffs last year though, man. With fantasy,
Yeah, I
it's
know
hard to
that.
make the playoffs, especially in a 10 team league.
Yeah, pretty much balanced.
Oh yeah. We got 2 divisions as well. Anyways, man, Friday at 10:30 p.m. we got Colorado 4-6 playing Washington State 4-6 on FS1. Washington State's 4-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Colorado. Who you going with, Harvey?
Colorado started out like bang gag butchers when they got Deion Sanders as their head coach, and everybody thought, but they started playing some good teams, and it's more or less, they're what 4-6 right now.
Yep.
You pick Colorado. I'm gonna say their streak goes. I'm gonna pick Washington State.
All right. And then Saturday at 12 p.m. we got 10-0 number 3 Michigan traveling to 6-4 Maryland. 12 p.m. on Fox. Michigan's 19-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Michigan. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Michigan, even though their coach probably not gonna be there. I still gonna go with, which is crazy to me between me and you. Everybody does it.
Yeah, true.
Crazy.
Well, it ain't between me and you. It's between me and you and whoever watches this.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, Michigan. It looks like it's going to be Michigan. Michigan, Ohio State. They play though. Don't do they play next week?
I think so. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be a doozy to pick.
Oh yeah.
I,
Can't wait.
I think Michigan would be 11-0 going to that game.
Definitely can't wait for that one, man. Okay, we got number 10, 9-1 Louisville traveling to 6-4 Miami. 12 p.m. on ABC. Miami's 1-point favorites. I don't care about the 1-point favorite. I'm going with Louisville. Who you going?
I'm gonna go with Louisville, and they're surprising me. I didn't think they would be that good. I think ACC is not as strong as it was in the past, but go figure. They beat Notre Dame. They beat a good Notre Dame team. So to me, that was for real right there when they beat a good Notre Dame team. So I look for if Louisville win this game, they'll probably be playing Florida State for the ACC championship. Maybe already going to play them for it. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pick Louisville definitely.
All right, we got number 14, Oklahoma 8-2, traveling to BYU 5-5 Saturday at 12 p.m. on ESPN. Oklahoma's 24-point favorites. I'm going with Oklahoma. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. I think they're probably mad. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma.
All right, and I do think they'll be closer than 24 points though.
Oh yeah, BYU and they're not that bad.
Nah, BYU's always pretty decent.
Oh
This
yeah.
this will this will actually be a decent game right here. SMU 8-2, traveling to Memphis 8-2 Saturday, 12 p.m. on ESPN2. SMU's 8.5 point favorites. I think it'll be closer than that. Um, I'm gonna go with
That
SMU.
that is. I'll tell you what. I was that's probably the game of the week that is tough to pick to me because they're evenly matched, and I like Memphis, but I'm gonna go with SMU's the home team. I'm gonna go with SMU.
Memphis is the home team actually.
Well, I'm still gonna go with SMU.
All right, I do think that'll be closer than 8.5 points. By the way.
Oh yeah.
All right, this could actually be the game of the week right here. Number 22, Utah 7-3, traveling to Arizona 7-3, 2:30 p.m. on the Pac-12 network. Arizona's 1 point favorites. I'm gonna go with Utah. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Utah.
All right, Duke 6-4, traveling to 2-8 Virginia, 3 p.m. on the CW network. Duke's 3.5 point favorites. I'm going with Duke. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Duke.
I think it'll be actually a bigger blowout than that.
I think so. I would. Yeah, I believe so.
All right, we got number 1, 10-0 Georgia, traveling to number 18, 7-3 Tennessee, 3:30 p.m. on CBS. Georgia's 10 point favorites. I'm going with Georgia. Who you going with, Harvey?
Well, naturally, I'm gonna go with Georgia. If Tennessee comes and plays like they did against Missouri, it'll be over with by the first quarter. I mean, I watched Tennessee last week. They played Missouri. I mean, they got a whooping laid on them. I mean, and so Georgia is Georgia. Georgia's going to be tough. Georgia's tough to beat. So yeah,
That's true.
I don't think I'm that crazy to pick against them.
Nah. All right, we got number 20, 8-2 North Carolina, traveling to Clemson 6-4, 3:30 p.m. on ESPN. Clemson 7.5 point favorites. I'm going with North Carolina though.
I'm going over North Carolina too. Clemson's still good, but North Carolina is pretty good too. I just think I don't know. I think North Carolina is a better team. I've seen North Carolina play a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll pick North.
North Carolina's quarterbacks for real.
Yeah,
All right, we got 5-5 Minnesota traveling to number 2 Ohio State 10-0, 4 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Ohio State's 27.5 point favorites. I'm gonna go with Ohio State. Who you going with, Harvey?
I think I'd about bet the range. If I had a range that Ohio State would win that, probably more than that.
Yeah. Now, what's your opinion on next week's game between Ohio State and Michigan? Yeah, what's your opinion on
Where's
that
it
game?
at? Where's it at next week?
I need to check that
Yeah.
out. Let's see. Last year I think it was at Michigan, so maybe Ohio State. Let me check on that though. Um, waiting on the internet to.
That's okay.
Hold on, let me see. Week 13. The Kentucky and Louisville games at Louisville, which I already knew that. It's at Michigan.
Right now, I would probably go with Michigan, the home team.
Would you?
But you never know.
Yeah,
I think ever who wins that game is probably going to win the Big Ten championship and going to be in the top four. And you're looking at two teams right there, maybe Alabama and Florida State. Forgot about
yeah.
them.
But
Well, you're looking at 4 teams right now. I think can beat Georgia. To me, they just the way Georgia's playing right now. Any of them 4 teams can probably beat Georgia, but I think one of them 2 teams. It's possible both of them teams can be in the Final Four.
I like Florida State.
I do too, but I think Florida State is definitely for real. This is their best year they've been in a while.
Beat a good LSU team, man.
Yeah.
Beat a really good LSU team.
Oh yes.
All right, we got number 21 Kansas State 7-3 versus number 25 7-3 Kansas. That's at 7 p.m. on FS1 Saturday. Kansas State is 9.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Kansas State. I think it's gonna be close though. Who you going with, Harvey?
You what? I'll tell you what. We gonna go different then. I'm gonna pick Kansas. I'm gonna pick Kansas.
That could be a really good game though.
I think this will be a real good game.
All right, we got Kentucky 6-4 traveling to 4-6 South Carolina. 7:30 p.m. on SEC Network. South Carolina is 0.5-point favorites. I'm going with Kentucky. Who you going with?
I'm gonna go, you going with who? Kentucky?
Yep.
Yeah, I will too. South Carolina. This is a bowl game on the line for South Carolina. They 4-6. They need
Yeah,
to
but they
win 2
play
more.
Clemson. They play Clemson next week though. So
I think I don't. I think they'll go 4-8 then because this is not a good. This is not the best South Carolina team I've seen in a while.
one of the
This
worst.
so I think Kentucky will win that game.
I agree with you. All right, this will be a heck of a game, man. This actually is my game of the week. Number 5, Washington 10-0. That's another team that can make the playoffs as well.
Yes,
Traveling Oregon State, number 11, 8-2, 7:30 p.m. on the bright lights on ABC. Oregon State is 1-point favorites. I'm going with Washington. I think it's going to be a heck of a game, though. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm gonna go with Washington.
All right. Man, I don't know how Oregon State's 1-point favorites, though.
And not me neither. I mean, I know they're home. Are they home?
Yeah, they're a good team, but they're not on Washington's level, in my opinion.
I don't. I don't. I can't believe they'd be picked. I think. I can't believe they are picked to win that game.
Me either. All right, we got Florida 5-5, trying to keep their bowl hopes alive. Traveling to number 9 Missouri 8-2, 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. Missouri's 11-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Missouri. Who you going with, her?
I'm gonna go with Missouri. They for real. I can't remember their 2 losses. Probably Georgia's one of them. They're for real. Maybe Missouri for real. Florida's so. You know, I thought they would be better than that, but they trying to keep their bowl hopes alive because I think I think Florida needs this win because if they don't,
They play
I
Florida
think
State too.
that's exactly what I'm saying. So this is to me this is the bowl game on the line for Florida.
Yep. All right, we got 9-1 Texas traveling to 6-4 Iowa State Saturday on on Fox at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Texas is 7.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Texas. Who you going with, her?
I'm gonna go with Texas.
All right, now we're on to NFL. We got the Steelers and the Browns. Steelers 6-3, traveling to Cleveland 6-3, 1 p.m. on CBS. Cleveland's 1-point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Browns, even though they're playing with a backup. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'll still go with the Browns, even
That
though I got
injury.
my quarterback for Steelers. No, I thought I had the quarterback. No, forget about that. I think the Browns win. I traded the Steelers quarterback. I got rid of him. Yeah, I think the Browns. I see he's a young quarterback too, so
a
really it ain't
rookie.
much difference.
He's a rookie.
I picked the Browns on account of the home team.
Yep. All right, we got the Chargers 4-5, traveling to Green Bay 3-6. 1 p.m. on Fox. The Chargers are 3-point favorites. I'm going with the Chargers. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm going to go with the Chargers too.
I don't know what's wrong with the Packers this year.
Well, but they've not got the big man, and he's left, and then he got hurt, so they're down.
Yep. All right,
Until
we
they
got the.
get them a good quarterback.
That's true. Well, they got a good quarterback.
Yeah,
Jordan Love's he has potential to be a really good quarterback.
yeah. Well, they're going to take their lumps right now.
They just need to get
They'll
him
be
some
back.
weapons. They just need to get him some weapons for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got the 5-5 Raiders traveling to Miami 6-3, 1 p.m. on CBS. Miami's 13.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Who you going with, Harvey?
I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Explosive offense.
They're playoff team.
Definitely. I think they'll win that division.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I think they will too. Yeah.
All right, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4-5 traveling to San Francisco 49ers 6-3, 4:05 p.m. on Fox. San Francisco is 11.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Who you going with?
Definitely going for San Francisco.
All right, this is an important game for the Bills and the Jets. The Jets 4-5 traveling to Buffalo 5-5. Sunday 4:25 p.m. on CBS. Buffalo 7-point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Bills. Who you going with, her?
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I hope they do good because I got three players in my fantasy on that team. I hope they do good.
All right, we got the Vikings 6-4, playing pretty good with Josh Dobbs at QB, traveling to the red hot Denver Broncos 4-5, 8:20 p.m. on NBC. Denver's 2.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with Josh Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings, and Dobbs we
You go
trust.
with the Vikings. I think Denver's hot. I think they'll continue it, so I'll pick the Broncos.
Vikings are hot too, though.
I know it. Be a good game.
All right. Speaking of games of the week, the Eagles 8-1 playing the 7-2 Chiefs in Kansas City at 8:15 p.m. on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Plus. Kansas City's 2.5-point favorites. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Who you going with, Harvey?
You going with the Eagles?
Yes,
They're
sir.
pretty. They're playing pretty good. They the best. They probably play like the best team in the NFL right now.
Yep.
And you go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs to beat them. They
All right.
do. Philadelphia do for a loss, and they may not. They may not, but if anybody's going to beat them, it's going to be Kansas City.
All right. What's your game of the week in the NFL?
Oh, that is it.
All right. What's your game of the week in college football?
Oh, if you really want to if you go by the smaller clubs, it would be SMU and Memphis. But if you go by the bigger ones, oh, that's going to be awful hard. I think Kansas and Kansas State, or they're big rivals. I think that's going to be a doozy.
That was my game of the week, actually.
Kansas and Kansas State.
Yeah, or Utah and Arizona. Actually, I like Utah and Arizona as well.
Okay, that's true too. But I'm picking Kansas State because they rivalries,
I'll
state
pick
rivalries.
Utah and Arizona as the game of the week. Both
Okay.
are 7-3. Utah is number 22. Arizona's number 17. Um, I guess if you win, you get a higher bowl game. So that can be a
Yeah.
very important game. I don't know if they have a chance to be in the Pac-12 championship or not. I've not really paid attention in college football this year.
I think the Pac-10 is about on its way out.
Pac-12, yeah. Now you was talking
They
about
just don't.
Colorado earlier. You don't think they're going
Uh,
to make a bowl game, Colorado?
I don't. If they're the Colorado, I don't. They're 4-6 right now. I don't see them making the bowl game. I just
I
don't
think
see them.
they'll beat Washington State, and then they play Utah next week in Utah. That's an L.
Well, we'll see how the bowl games go. Whether I think college basketball, I'm a college football is right now. they're talking they're talking maybe some 5 and 7 teams making the bowl games just to even them out to make they don't know if they're going to be in those 6 and 6 teams. So we never know. 5 and 7 might get somebody in.
Hmm.
We'll wait to see.
Colorado's 1-6 in conference play.
That's exactly yeah.
So's Washington State as well. So you got the toilet bowl going on.
That's basically it, unless they're playing Vanderbilt.
Oh God. Washington and Oregon State will be a good one though too.
Yeah. And Washington's they rank number 5, so you know they want to keep their rank and they want to win. So they'd be right in that hunt in case somebody gets beat. They'll move on up. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, definitely, man.
Oh yeah, because that's a big game for Washington. Makes a difference, you know. It can be a difference uh, in a paycheck. You know, I mean, the bigger bowl, the more money.
Yep. I say Kentucky will go to a Music City Bowl again.
That or something else, you know. Maybe it all depends on what they do. I think if he goes, I think they go 8-4. He deserves a nine. I really do. He's been the best coach they've had in a long time. There, people can't say nothing to him because I mean, he's done a good job with that program. I mean, people just need to lay off of it. I know sometimes I see some things that they make maybe some bad decisions, but in the SEC, it don't matter. If you got to come to play in the SEC or you ain't gonna win.
Did
And
you
what
know?
if they could beat you?
Oh yeah. Next week is the first ever Black Friday football game. NFL.
Yeah.
The Dolphins and the Jets.
Ooh,
Black Friday football game. That's pretty awesome.
that's great. Yeah, I mean, well, they're doing it for ratings. A lot of it is.
Yeah, I mean you got 3 Thanksgiving games and you got the Black Friday game. It's gonna be 2 good days of football, man. Well, I think
Oh
the
yeah,
Dolphins will beat the
yeah,
Jets. So
yeah,
if you got Tyreek Hill in fantasy, start him. Obviously, he's one of the best players in fantasy.
yeah.
Um, if you're going against Harvey, you get a bye week.
Not my dad.
Nah, Harvey, you was doing pretty good there for a little bit.
I did, but what about you know what? If anybody's listening, I picked up a good run. I picked up that running back from Miami, and seemed like when I picked him up, I started winning. I won over 2 games. I know with him, and then he got hurt. So it seemed like
You won 3.
I won 3 games in a row, and it just seemed like when he got hurt, my team went down. You know, and I've had a player get hurt about every week. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So, I
That's
mean,
fantasy football.
that's what happens. Oh well,
That's fantasy football for you.
that is exactly right. What it can make you or break you. I mean, you have to go how your players play, and if you've got a player get hurt, you got to put somebody in. If he don't have a good game, then what can you do? I
I
probably
don't
could
know.
have won. I probably could have. There's 2 weeks I should have won, but if one or two players could have stepped up for me, maybe I could have probably been. I could have been 5-5 easy right now. You take like Goldert for Philadelphia. The first game of the season, I lost for 3 points, and he never even touched the ball that whole game. I mean, if they had done him like he done last year, I'd have won that game easy. But I mean, I never can understand that. But now he's out, and that's it. That's the way it goes. You just gotta hope. You gotta hope some of your players steps up and plays a good game. Who knows this week? Every one of my starters may have the awesome game there was, and their team may not.
Just never
But
know fantasy.
the way my luck's going, though, I don't look for it to happen.
You never
They'll
know
be
about
all, the
fantasy
other team will
football.
be all world as as just wiggle.
Never know about fantasy, man.
Well, as I like to play it, so I really do. I like to play it. Sure do.
Well, it's
And
been a. What'd you say? Go ahead. Sorry.
I said, well, it's been. I'm glad we got back to doing it because I missed it.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Obviously, we got the Black Friday game. We got the Thanksgiving games. We got the rivalries between Ole Miss and Mississippi State, Michigan, Ohio State, Kentucky, and Louisville. Um, Auburn, Alabama.
I forgot about that.
We got some good ones, man.
Oh yes.
It don't matter about record when it comes to Auburn and Alabama.
No. Well, Auburn's better than it was had been, but here lately, Alabama stopped them. But I don't know. Alabama's playing real good right now. You know that, don't
Yeah.
you? I mean, they are playing real good right now. They ever since they lost that one game, they've been on a mission.
We forgot Oregon and Oregon State too next week. That's gonna be a
That's
game.
right. Washington State plays too, though.
Maybe Kansas plays Cincinnati. What's wrong with Cincinnati this year?
Well, they lost her. I, well, we know I got a boy that plays for Cincinnati. You know, I know him, knowing him and his daddy well. You know, and I think it's for they had a good quarterback last year, and he's only in the NFL now, so we had to replace him. And
Oh, that was
that,
2 years ago.
huh?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So they had to have somebody step up. And I don't know. I figured they'd be better than what they was, but they ain't.
Yeah, we
But
forgot about Georgia and Georgia Tech too next week.
yeah,
Georgia Tech ain't. They're decent.
yeah. It's gonna be some good rivalry games, and some of them be hard to pick.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough, man. You got Wake Forest, Syracuse, North Carolina, NC State. I'm just reading it. My bad. Arizona,
I think
Arizona State.
what about Purdue and Indiana?
Let me see.
They
Tennessee
might
and
have already played.
Vanderbilt.
Huh?
Tennessee and Vanderbilt's considered a rivalry.
It ain't been much of one,
They
but it
are
still
rivals.
is.
Yeah, Indiana and Purdue both are 3-7 right now.
Well, that'd be for bragging rights. They ain't going nowhere.
I didn't know West Virginia and Baylor was rivals.
They are now. I say, since West Virginia's in the Big 12 or whatever they call it.
Pitt and Duke play each other next week. Um, we already got some. The SEC championships already been determined. You got Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah,
The MAC, you got Miami, Ohio, and Toledo. Um, Conference USA, you got New Mexico State and Liberty.
yeah.
Liberty's 10-0. Nobody's talking about them. Why are they not ranked?
But I don't know.
They ain't really played nobody. But,
No.
last year they beat somebody though. I know it's last year, but still. Obviously, week 15 we got the greatest rivalry in college football: Army and Navy.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad that we're picking this late in the season. We got a lot of weeks left in the NFL to pick.
Yeah. Well, sis, I think I'm looking at my phone and I've got 8% battery, so I better be doing something.
Oh yeah, it was fun to be back. Everybody have a good night and God bless.
You too.